Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and dreamers of all ages, welcome to the Disney Countdown Show.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Hello, and welcome to another show of the Disney Countdown Show. I am the Dapper Danielle. I'm joined by the ever so fabulous and lovely Megan, the magical Millennial. And guys, we have a good...
Hi.
I'm so excited for this show because should we
too.
go ahead and tell them, Megan, that we actually interviewed our guest first?
We did. Full transparency, because we like to be honest here on the Disney Countdown
Right.
Show. We did interview our wonderful special guest for this episode, James Monroe Iglehart. You guys, the genie on Broadway for Disney's Aladdin. And among so many other things. And we're going to get into that very quickly here.
So good, y'all.
It was so much fun. I mean, I love all of the guests that we are so fortunate to have on our show. James was an absolute delight. And I can't wait for you guys to hear that segment. It's so much fun. And I mean, he's just the sweetest man. He was very, and getting to know him and his story was really, really cool too. So, and
absolutely.
his countdown, y'all get ready for his countdown, because we are counting down our top 1 through 5 Disney TV or Disney Channel, however you like to view it, theme songs this week. And James, it is very, very good, y'all.
I
No
would
spoilers.
say a lot of his picks did not make my list, except for maybe 1 or 2 of them. And then so
Same.
I'll be interested to see how our list crosses over between the 2 of us. But he represented. He did a great job, and we'll definitely get into that here in a little bit.
Yep.
So yeah, guys, and also this is the 11th episode in our season 6, and I can't believe we've already gotten this far. This is amazing.
I know. Here we are. Oh my gosh, we are over halfway with this
Just
season
about,
already?
yeah.
Where
I
is
feel
the
like
time
we
going?
sneezed and now we're already here. Like we're at
just
the beginning
started.
of September now.
Oh my gosh, what is happening?
I don't know.
I say it all the time. January this year felt like 17 years. And now all of a sudden we blinked, and like you said, and now it's almost September.
Which
That's
I'm kind of
crazy.
happy with. Like I don't mind July and August going by faster. But now we're getting into the Burr months, and I'm ready. I am so ready for the spoopy season and everything else.
too.
And you're going to be coming over here.
I am.
Actually, by the time this episode releases, Megan's going to be in town. So
will.
it's going to be great.
It's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait. But y'all, be sure to follow us along if you haven't already on the socials. We'll be posting quite a lot over there, especially since I am going to Walt Disney World. We are at Disney Countdown Show on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Thank you for being over there. We have our full episodes on YouTube as well. So hello, YouTube fam, youtube.com/Countdown Network. And of course, I am the magical Millennial _ and she is the Dapper Danielle. And yeah, we appreciate you guys following along as we go. But Danielle,
Yes.
we also have some wonderful reviews to read this week.
We do. And y'all, again, make sure you are rating and reviewing us wherever you're listening to the show at. Thank you so much. And we, like Megan just said, we do have a little plethora going on right here. We have some that were left on Spotify, some that were left on Apple, and then we do have a couple of DMs. And again, you can DM us over on the Instagram page, or you can also send us an email over at DisneyCountdownShow@gmail.com. And yeah, so Megan, do you want to read this first one right here?
Sure, I can. This is an Apple review from Brandy. Brandy says, new listener with 5 stars. I just found out about you two through For Your Amusement, Para Su Seguridad, and that is a wonderful, similar podcast to ours, so thank you so much. And I'm obsessed. I'm alternating between old and new episodes. All of them have been wonderful so far. I live in SoCal and grew up with Disneyland, but when I finally get to World, I will absolutely be reading your book, Danielle. This podcast brings so much joy into my day. Keep doing what you do. You too. Thank you, Brandy.
Thank you.
Hope you get to World very soon. It's a fun place, fun park.
Oh,
A lot
yeah.
bigger than ours.
A lot bigger, a lot going on, but we love it so much. So this next one, though, is going to be from Megan on Instagram. And yes, Megan, she does spell it correctly. It's just like yours. And this says, hi, Megan and Danielle. I think I am your long lost triplet. LOL. My first name is Megan and middle name is Danielle. Yes,
What?
you are. What? That is amazing. I have been to Disney World 6 times or so, but went to Disneyland for the first time last May. Don't hate me, Danielle, but I think I like Disneyland more than Disney World.
That's
Heidi
right,
peeky
Megan.
face
That's
emoji.
right.
Well, we'll have a discussion later, triplet. Okay, we'll talk later. I love the quaint feeling of Disneyland, and knowing Walt was there, simply magical. And of course, not as hot as Florida is a plus. I have been reading through Danielle's book and can't wait for the next one. As a Toy Story fanatic, I love the episode with John Morris. Yes, that was a great episode. Again, these amazing guests that we've had on here recently. I was wondering if you guys could count down the top 10 Disney rumors / conspiracies. Oh, love following you both on the socials, and I hope to run into you guys at the parks one day. Yes,
we did do an early episode. This was in our first or second season of Disney myths. Yeah, our top Disney myths, and it is similar to the Disney rumors and conspiracies. So, I think myths is in the title. If you want to take a look back from season 2 or 3, I believe it is in there somewhere. I know if producer Danny can look that up really quick and see exactly what episode it is, but it's a fun one. We go into our top faves. Yeah,
we do. And I feel like in that one, we did a good job of like addressing some of these like outlandish conspiracies
and debunking them
without breaking the magic kind of thing, you know?
Correct. Yes. They're mine were very common, you know? But yeah, that was a good episode.
Mine was
fun.
mostly the dome, you know? Good times.
That's the biggest one. Yeah. The Disney Dome. Which is not real. Okay, I just want to say that before we get into this.
To address that. Thank you.
It's not a thing.
We have to bring it up at least once every season that it's not real.
Just to get that out there. Okay, this next one is from our wonderful family member. It's our Patreon family member, Matterhorn Megan. And I love this review so much. Y'all get ready for this. So,
oh my goodness.
Megan says, warning to all who are not yet completely addicted to the Disney Countdown podcast. Maybe you follow both Danielle and Megan on the socials and thought, oh, cool. They talk about their top Disney related things. How fun. And Megan is a Disneylander while Danielle is a Disney Worlder. So there's a lot of coverage. But what you don't expect is a complete change in personality that comes with being in love with this show. While side effects may vary, some have reported the following. Didn't collect Disney mystery pins? You do now. Thought cruises were just prettied up boat prisons on water? Now you find yourself, quote unquote, just looking at different Disney family packages. Thought the food was overpriced at the parks? I mean, fair, but now you're willing to pay it. Didn't like pie? You do now. Didn't know anyone would actually buy $200 Minnie Mouse ears, and now you're trying to figure out what to tell your significant other about your most recent purchase. Just went to the parks for the rides? Now you're invested in the history, storytelling aspects, and engineering of every beautiful detail. Thought Jiminy was a cricket? Nope, now he's a cicada. In all honesty, both Danielle and Megan bring so much fun, insight, and nostalgia to all things Disney related. The goofiness that the two present themselves with on the socials is exactly what you get in the podcast, just more concentrated because there's no script. If you need a laugh or just to escape the mundane work schedule, this podcast checks all the right boxes, from Walt's own history to the most recent news. From cast member appreciation to all the very special guests from different walks of Disney life. This show is awesome, and if you have the chance, this opportunity, join the Patreon fam because they're all amazing. I'm getting emotional reading this, Matterhorn Megan. So I know you're here right now in the live chat. I'm like, this is the best review ever. That's so sweet.
I like how the symptoms may vary because it's accurate.
Symptoms may vary. The side effects may vary, but some have reported the following. That was just perfection. Oh my gosh. That was Matterhorn. She's right here.
And Matterhorn Megan, she really did. She said it right there that maybe join the Patreon fam because it's amazing. We actually had 2 new people join us in the Patreon family here this past week. It's going to be Melissa and Mary Ann are our 2 newest members. So thank you so much for being here.
Yes, guys. Some fun stuff like Meg was saying over on the Patreon. You do get access to our bonus episodes, which we probably will have one coming for you as we're both on the same coast again. And you can join the live chat if you want and see all of our fun technical difficulties that, let me tell you, we've been having today. But fun. If you just want a little more magic in your life, you know, that it's always a good way to get it. We have the Discord as well. We do have a free option and the paid option too, but we also have a free option if you want just, you know, to see, hey, get a little glimpse of what's going on in there. And we do have that link in our episode notes. or you can search us Disney Countdown on patreon.com.
And y'all,
So thank y'all for being here.
to add the note, producer Danny did find the exact dates for, it's called Disney Myths Part 1 and 2, and it was posted October 9th and October 16th of 2023.
Oh,
Wow.
so that was season, was that season 1? Or
Was that season one? I think
our
so,
season-
yeah.
Our season 1 bit is officially season 2
Season
of the
2.
Disney Countdown show. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you,
Wow.
producer Danny.
And I feel like that was only
2023.
yesterday.
That was almost 2 years ago. That's
We
crazy.
even say
That's
that
crazy.
with James later on in the episode too. Like some
know.
of the things we talk about, they feel like only yesterday, which is
They really do.
crazy.
Wow, man.
I can't. So, and because we loved our interview so much with James, we will be jumping into that here in just a second.
Yes. Yes.
And just real quick note, just for a little quick, small, quick chat and catch up.
Yeah.
Megan, are you packed yet? Because you're coming and staying at my place.
Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Oh, we need to talk. No, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. I'm just like, I've been scrambling getting things done here. Today I am starting my packing. I am also starting to build my costume for Mickey's Not So Scary. Wish me all the luck, you guys. I know it'll already, wait, no. By the time this episode airs, it'll be the next day. So wish me luck.
We'll be in recovery mode.
Recovery mode pretty much all next week. But I'm very excited. Today is the day I'm getting started packing. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But there's so many things coming
I'll
from this trip.
text you and
Yeah.
check in on you later.
Appreciate it. Thanks. I need it. Oh, and also
Yeah.
happy belated World Princess Week, by the way, everybody. Disney celebrated
Yes.
World Princess Week last week with all of the new merch and fun shows and everything. So we love our Disney princesses. So happy belated World Princess Week.
See, and whenever World Princess Week comes around and they drop like some really cute merch stuff, I was like, oh, so you want me to spend money now? Okay, it's fine.
Sure. Why not? We all have a
Goodness,
favorite
it's
princess.
like-
I got
Wait,
have all the bell stuff.
holidays. We're now into peak fall season, and then now we're going to be going into like pre-Christmas. I don't know. In the month of September is when I do some of my best like deal shopping for Christmas stuff, and then I'll go into the back of the closet for the family. So now I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
now you bring cute princess stuff out. How dare you?
How dare you? Right?
Gets me every year.
I know. Every single year, but it's a good time. We love our princesses so much.
Mhm.
All right. Well, Danielle, I think it's time to bring in our very, very special guest for this episode.
Yes.
Before we
Bring
get
in
into our
the genie.
countdown,
Let's go.
Bring in the genie.
And look who has joined us now in the studio. It is James Monroe Iglehart, most of you actually know him from his Tony Award winning time over on Broadway. And he has now joined us into the studio here with Megan and I. Hello. It is so nice to meet you and have you here.
Hey, please, it's my pleasure. How are you guys doing today? Thank you.
We're doing so good. Well, it's
Doing
even better now that
good.
you're here. Yes.
Thank
Absolutely. Now it's a party.
you. All
It
right, I'm
is.
with
It really
Let's go.
is.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Now, y'all, again, some of the things that James has performed in over on Broadway, he has been the genie in Aladdin. Now, actually, remind me, you originated the role of genie in Aladdin. Is that correct?
Yes, on Broadway. On Broadway, I am the original genie on Broadway. Yes.
And that means you're on the original soundtrack also.
Yes,
So you're the one
yes,
I
so-
know
yeah.
all the versions of.
Yes.
And
that's
I
me.
I have some questions about that, so we're going to get back into that a
Okay,
little bit
I'm with
later.
you. Sounds great.
But James has also performed in A Wonderful World, Hamilton, Chicago, Spamalot, but also has been doing a lot recently in the TV voiceover world, as in DuckTales and Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure, Paw Patrol,
Actually, not Paw Patrol. Not Paw
not Paw
Patrol.
Patrol. Super Kitty.
Super Kitties. Super
Kitties.
Kitties. Super Kitties.
different-
The other pets.
The other,
Yes.
the other ones, the other pet, the other pet
pets.
pals.
Right.
Vampirina too. Yeah, that is
Oh, yes.
pretty impressive. An
Thank you
impressive
very
lineup.
much. Thank you.
Amazing.
Now we do have a couple of questions, but my personal question is,
Sure.
actually referring to your time as Genie on Aladdin. And if y'all are not aware, in the Genie's version of You Got a Friend Like Me, there is this whole Disney music montage. And I am obsessed with it. It was the reason why I fell in love with the show. Was I was like, okay, this is a pretty cool rendition. And then you went into Tale as Old as Time and like all these other little spoofs into it. So I want to know, was this because you were a Disney fan prior to all this? And did you have a say in any of these? Let me just slide in some of these. Or was this completely picked for you?
Yeah.
A little of both. So I will say, as far as the song arrangement, it was picked for me by a wonderful man named Michael Kazarian. He is Alan Menken's go-to guy for arrangements on musicals, and also his musical director usually in his musicals. But during the creation of the show, I have been a Disney fan since I was about maybe 6 or 7, because I saw my first movie. The first movie I ever saw was at the drive-in. I saw Disney's Jungle Book. And I have been a fan. I've been a Disney fan ever since. Seriously, I am a Disney kid. I mean, I'm wearing my Disney Chilling with the Villain shirt right now, if you can see. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness, that's a good shirt. Yes.
Thank you. So yes, I was throwing in all kinds of stuff. I mean, stuff that didn't even make into the show. I was constantly throwing things in. And I think Kaz, that's his nickname, was like, okay, cool, let's do something. And also, we also wanted to make, if you're gonna see the movie, which is a great film. I mean, one of my favorite Disney films of all time. If you're gonna go see the Broadway version, you can't do the exact same thing, because what's the point of going to Broadway and spending your hard-earned money if you could just get the DVD or stream it? What's the difference? So they created this wonderful version of Friend Like Me, and they did it. We put those extra songs in without Alan Menken knowing. So my favorite day of rehearsal, Alan is sitting behind the table. Yes, I will get to my love of Alan Menken in a minute. But he's sitting behind the table taking notes, because he's heard the song, for years. So he's taking notes. And I break into, tale as old as time. And he looks up. And as we keep going through the medley, he's just like, yes! And he throws his pencil. Yeah. He is so excited. He just loses his mind. He's like, and then of course, once you give Alan an idea, he must build on it. So he was trying to throw every song he'd ever written in. And we were like, the song can only be this long. We can't do that. But that's where it came from. Kaz had this great idea to veer off. And we had a couple other songs that actually got cut because the song was too long. We were going forever. It was still fun, but we also wanted to keep the show under 3 hours.
Right.
So that's where it came from.
And it is one of the most iconic songs, Disney songs. Yeah. Yeah. It's so good. Oh my gosh.
See, and then I have seen Aladdin a couple times now since then, and I am biased now. Okay. I'm like, oh no, I heard James' version first on the Broadway recording. I can't do anything else.
I will say there was a great moment where, to be the second guy to really like sing it differently. It was fun to have all those Disney heads who had worked with the legendary Robin Williams on the first movie, because they all worked with Alan, and them coming to me and going, for their stamp of approval was one of the highest honors I'd ever gotten, and to this day it stays with me. The Disney kid in me loves it, and I have my Mount Rushmore of stand-up comedians, and Robin is on there. And so to be a Disney character was always my dream. And so to do this show and to do this character, I have my two favorite characters in Disney is Goofy and Genie. And to get to originate Genie on, Broadway was like one of the greatest honors of my life. And to this day, like, people always go, you do a show years later and then someone talks about it, and other actors go, oh, I don't want to talk about that. Whenever I walk on stage and they play Friend Like Me, I'm like, I'll handle that. Please give it to me. Yes, you'll never see me do that actor thing of like, oh, I'm past that. I'm like, nah, man, I'm good.
Let's go. I'm ready.
I can keep it going. Choreo.
Yeah, they know.
That's amazing. Oh man, so it's a dream come true. That makes my heart so full. That is incredible. And you brought up a really good point in that even if you've seen the movie, you're going to a Broadway show, you're not going to get the same thing. And I think that's one of the most amazing things about live performances, and especially when a movie comes to the Broadway stage. Yeah. You're able, hopefully, with copyright and everything, hopefully you're able to make a few tweaks and make it really fun, and especially with the songs. I was wondering how, so you have so much, I watching you on stage, seeing you perform this role, I can tell you're having fun with it.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
How much since 2014, how much do you think you've like ad-libbed a few performances or brought in a few of your own little, lines here and there? Do they let you kind of have a little bit of free reign?
So with Disney, it's a little bit different. And what I mean by that, not bad at all. What was fun was that the whole thing that they said they wanted it to be a classic. So they never wanted it to be, let's make the show about today. We want it to be classic so it can last for as long as it has. It's lasted for 11 years. 11 years and it's still on Broadway. But I had 3 specific places where they let me improv, and I would go as far as I wanted to. And also, with the way the show is written, in case something happens, there's always things that happen, whether technical or whatever, audience-wise, that genie can break the fourth wall and say things. So to answer your question, how many times, I would say I did it for 3 years on Broadway, and I did it, 3 years, just working on the show. So 6 years altogether. There wasn't a day I didn't make up something that went into it and did something crazy. Actually, the fun story is there's a guy named Don Darrell Rivera, who I think you guys have talked to before.
We have.
Yes.
Don Darrell plays Iago. And there's another friend of mine from the original cast named Brian Gonzalez, who's the original Bad Cat. We are all very good at improv. And it was interesting how when we started rehearsals, there were scenes with all 3 of us in it. And by the time we got to Broadway, Disney had found a way for us never to be in a scene together ever again. Because they were like, no, not you 3. No, y'all don't know how to act, so no. And there was always something the 3 of us were doing in our separate scenes that they were like, you can do it by yourself, but you 3 together, that's a separate show. So yeah, that got
Oh, that's so funny.
I love that so much. And I also love, you mentioned how you're one of the first movies you saw was Jungle Book.
Yes.
And here a couple episodes ago, I mentioned how Tom Hiddleston's favorite Disney movie is also Jungle Book. What is up with the Jungle Book and these people that have performed on Broadway and are in the acting world? Like, what was it that spurred everybody?
Look at Jungle Book. Jungle Book is really just a through line for a kid, but mostly it's just these wonderful vignettes. Mowgli starts off and he meets Bagheera, and after Bagheera he meets, he'll meet either the elephants or Kaa or Baloo. It's just small little vignettes. It's these little scenes, these little sketches. And then at the end comes the main storyline if you really watch it. And that's very theatrical. It's very theatrical to have sketches or sketch comedy or just little moments of story. I think that just captures an actor's imagination. And also
I never thought of it that way. That's amazing.
Also, the people that worked on it. I mean, you got like Sterling Holloway or like Phil, Phil Harris, or like just amazing voices that, if that's your first time hearing a voice actor, they're all so distinctive. There's no way you can't get captured into that world.
That's true. And musically, I mean, those songs are timeless.
The Sherman Brothers did the thing on that. They did their thing on that. I mean, Trust in Me is fantastic. I mean, the elephant march is wonderful. Of course,
yes. I Want to Be Like You.
I Want to Be Like You by King Louis, Bare Necessities. These are classic Disney. I think it's funny. There was, if you're my age, I'm 50 years old. And the fun part is when you went to the park as a kid, if I went to the park as the 80s, you heard the Sherman Brothers songs. But then I became a high schooler and it became Howard Ashman and Alan Menken. But now I'm a grown person and it's, the Lopez's and the Mirandas. So I have lived through these moments of Disney music changing and the writers changing, but it's still a part of my life. I almost said childhood, but my life. And they all are different, but they all have this thing in common. They bring this magical feeling to each of the projects, and it's just so much fun to see the tree of Disney music and how it's changed but how it's also stayed the same. So those songs are timeless, so that you can't do anything but enjoy yourself when those tunes come on.
They really are
accurate.
Absolutely. And definitely, and speaking of timeless, I mean, and in Aladdin you have very classic timeless songs as well. A Whole New World is still one of the most played Disney songs of all time ever. But I mean, that is just incredible. And you were mentioning, I was reading up on you a little bit, James.
Okay.
But I mentioned you're stepping into this role 11 years later, and you're no problem, can do. I'm here. I'm ready for it. Don't get tired of it. Do you have a process before you do these shows? Because I mean, 8 shows a week, it's a lot. But
well,
do
in case you're
and-
currently performing in Anne Juliet
Yes.
too, so you are
Yeah,
still
yes, you have another
very much a
show.
part of the Broadway scene.
Oh yes. Mhm.
So, is the process the same of getting ready? Sorry, Megan. Are you asking like, is the process the same for both shows, or?
Yeah.
The process is not the same. It's different for every character. Every character
Yeah.
is absolutely different. For Memphis, I would stretch a lot and do a lot of to get my voice higher because of the way Bobby's voice sits. So Bobby's voice sat up here, so I wanted to make him very southern, but also very, he's a tenor, and so he sat there. Whereas when I get to Aladdin, I would go through Friend Like Me every night. I would go through the same thing every night and I would watch funny things. I would deliberately watch my favorite comedians. I would deliberately watch Goofy, Donald Duck. I would watch Looney Tunes. I would deliberately watch Tom and Jerry. I would literally watch all my favorite different comedy characters to get that feeling. So I would just be ready to go. And I would do a lot of cardio to make sure my stamina was up, because the whole thing is that Genie's a mythical creature and Genie doesn't get tired. And so even if I'm tired, he can't look like that. So I used to do Friend Like Me on a treadmill so that I could do it while walking and jogging, so I can do it on the show. So there's a moment where Genie does a song, he acts tired and then snaps back up, because I want to act like I'm tired, but I'm not really, because I really have to keep going, because Genie just keeps going. For Hamilton, it was very, very different. I made sure that it was, I tried to watch some serious things. So I always try to listen to my favorite hip hop artists so I can really stay within the rhythm of what's going on. With Louis Armstrong, I just listened to Louis. I just listened to Louis. I mean, I listened to countless hours. Every night I would listen to 3 different interviews by Louis Armstrong to make sure that I had his voice as a young man, a middle-aged man, and an older man. And I would listen to his songs and just to get in my head. For Anne Juliet, I kind of chill out because my character, he's only there a couple of times. He's like a special featured character. So I listened to, I went back to my old stomping grounds of Hamilton, because I do a French accent in that. And I listened to a lot of pop tunes just to get me in the, the realm of it. I always stretch. I always make sure that I'm limber to do what dances I have to do. But every moment of getting ready for the show is different mentally for different shows.
The attention to character detail, y'all, like, that's amazing.
Truly incredible. I'm listening because you have so many, you're a part of so many different productions, and you also do voiceover work. Like,
yes.
How do you do it all, James? How does this fit all into your schedule?
I find the time. I will say, when it comes to voiceovers, that's the dream. That was the dream when I was a kid. Like, I saw
really?
Jungle Book. I saw Jungle Book. Don't get me wrong. My father was an actor. My mom is a singer. I always wanted to be performing, but doing cartoons was the thing. I was fascinated by the Mel Blancs, and then I became fascinated with the voice of Disneyland. When I first heard Paul Frees in the Haunted Mansion, I was thrown. And then what I started listening to make sure I would listen to. I found out that the Buffalo Bills were the voices of everybody around and I realized that's Thurl, who's also, Tony the Tiger, but he's also, the singer in The Grinch, and, who works with, Chuck Jones. Chuck Jones just worked for Disney. So, I mean, it's all these things that the cartoon thing was really what I wanted to do. How do I do that thing? The June forays, that's what I wanted to get into. And so when I was able to get into it, slightly, when I was younger, I got into it. I did a video game here and there and tried to do this. And I did a little small cartoon for PBS. But then when I did Aladdin, something great happened. A wonderful guy named Chris came to, he's the executive producer of Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure. And when Chris came, he was pitching the show to Alan. And Alan got him tickets to Aladdin. He saw me as Genie and said, I have to write a character for that guy. And that's where Lance Strongbow came. And so from that moment, I got cast in the show. Disney Animation realized who I was. And that's where things started happening. And so I am basically living my best life right now. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Broadway. But I can retire from Broadway someday. I will want to do voiceovers for the rest of my life because I am such a cartoon buff. I mean, it doesn't... Yeah. There's not a version of cartoons I don't like, whether it be, classic comedy, drama, anime, it doesn't matter. I am an animation buff to my soul. Yeah.
If that isn't a message or a lesson to keep dreaming and do not lose sight of your goals, I don't know what is, because
you never know.
You never know. You got into Broadway, which amazing. You one of the biggest roles on Broadway, fantastic, one of the most known characters. But then all of a sudden that connected you to this person who then it just, the voiceover work kind of took off from there, which was the original dream. That gives me chills. Wow.
Thank you.
The universe has a way of working, and that's it
that
right there.
That is so true. So true.
Oh man, that's incredible.
Okay, now we've talked a lot about animation,
Yes.
but James, do you have, I guess, an association with the Disney parks, whether it be a memory? Do you remember, or are you familiar with Disney World, Disneyland? I want to know all the things.
Yeah, I'm a huge Disney park fan. I'm a huge Disney park fan. I have been going since I was I think my first time I went when I was 10 years old, and my parents took me. And it got to the point where my girlfriend, who's now my wife, when we lived in the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area, where all of a sudden, when we would feel, we like, you know what, it's the weekend, let's go to Disneyland. We would drive to Disneyland and drive back. And then we got to the point where we started pointing people in the right directions. We were like, we've been here too long because we know this park. So we started heading over to Disney World. And now we know Disney World way too well. And now we've been to Disney Paris, and so our plan is to do Tokyo Disney. So yes, I remember the first time I went to Disneyland and got to stay in the Disneyland Hotel, and I just lost my mind. I thought it was really cool because I remember what they now call World of Color. They had a small version of that in the at the
water show in the back.
the water show in the back, which is
Yep.
basically a tiny version of the World of Color that is now in California Adventure.
Mhm.
And then I also I started bringing my kids to the show, to the park, and I've been able to bring my granddaughter, and we're taking my granddaughter to Disney World next year for the first time. So she'll be 3 next month, but she's been to Disneyland too many times for someone who technically can't remember what's going on. But the last time we were there, we realized how spoiled she was. We had a VIP guide, and she got to meet Mickey and just lost her little ever-loving mind. And she's not afraid of anybody. Now, you think, you see kids and the characters come close and they start freaking out. Nah, she's like run full speed to Chip and Dale and like want to have a conversation with them, So Disney,
they're her best friends.
Yes, the Disney parks are really a wonderful safe space for my wife and I. We have many adult friends who go, how come you guys don't, go to the beaches and drink or adult places? I'm like, well, first of all, we don't drink. 2, my wife burns in the sun. And 3, there's something about the Disney parks that just is calming to us. So we go there, and especially if we just go there together, just the two of us, we just go sit, Main Street people watch. We do all the stuff that most people don't do. We ride the trolley, or we ride the train, or we do all the things that, everybody's running to rides. We go do the things that most people don't do just because it's a calming space for us.
See, you're speaking our language, James, because that's literally what me and Megan do all the time.
Yeah. I don't think I've done a ride in the last 15 visits.
Seriously,
we finally did when I came into town, and that was last.
Oh, sorry, we did one. We did one. That's right.
Yeah,
the swings.
Yeah.
No, fantastic. And that's the age-old argument with us, the Disney adults, as the term goes, and people who go to the same beach year after year. I'm like, the beach is the beach. What kind of experience are you going to have there that's different than what you had before? You can go to Disneyland, Disney World. Sure, it's the same park. There might be a new show, new attraction, something that you have not done before or haven't done in years. And you're going to have a different experience, but you're still going to have, again, that safe space, the magic. You have your family, whoever you're with, and it's going to be magical every single time with some new things thrown in.
See,
There's no need for adult shaming. Adults always want to shame adults always want to shame other adults for not doing adult things. And the problem is most adults, at least this is what I've learned, people who really enjoy their lives have not forgotten what it was like to be a kid. Most of the people who were teenagers, they were so upset with their parents, they had such a bad life, oh my God, that they basically couldn't wait to be an adult. That you've heard all the time, I can't wait till I can grow up and get out of here. Well, all those people run to places where they can forget about life. Those of us who not enjoyed our childhood, some of us had a rough childhood, but have embraced the childlike person inside us, we don't need to run away from life. And I know people go, Disney's running away from life. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's embracing that other side of you. And don't get me wrong, I have many what I like to call mouse skunks. You know, they go to Disneyland and go, I know which bar is the bar. And I'm like, have a ball, darling.
Awesome.
Do your thing.
You
like,
do you.
downtown Disney is the place. You're like, you better go and enjoy yourself. You know, but for us, it's different, and we embrace that inner child, and we go, go kick it, with Mickey's Philharmonic and for a little while because it's the cool place to kick it. You know what I mean? And it's okay. So I never adult shame other adults for what they do. But I always find it interesting that if you say that you're a Disney person or a park person, that they come after you. Like, you can go to the other parks as long as there's some giant ride that damn near tries to kill you. You're living your life. But the minute you go to a Disney park, it's like, oh my God, you want to do that? How old are you? And I'm like, wow. So do you remember your vacation, or was it just the drink? You remember sand and the drink? Because if you don't remember your vacation, was it a vacation?
Was it a
or
vacation?
was you just trying to erase some brain
I'm
cells?
going to start saying that now to people, and I'm going to use that.
That's how I feel. I'm like, don't be mad at me because I had a good time.
Yeah.
And I made memories that I'm going to be keeping. I'm not trying to erase them.
I remember everything I saw.
Accurate. And even like my dad, who's lovingly named is called Dapper Dad. He was actually talking about how he's like, oh, I gotta go visit Mickey Mouse here soon. He's like, it's just as soon as you go through the gates, you see the sign, there's something that clicks in your brain of like, okay, this is home, this is relaxing, this is a safe place.
Yes.
And that's amazing. I love that so much.
Yeah.
You hit the nail on the head, James, with that. I mean, because we're adults doesn't mean we have to be curmudgeons for the rest of our life. No, we can have a childlike sense of wonder and just also do what we want, okay?
And also, those adults that have that childlike sense of wonder are usually happier. They find the humor in things. They can laugh more. You look at life and you go, okay, it's not going to be that bad because there's a childlike hope that it's going to get better. And I love being around those people. I don't like just being around people who are just like, they're just adults. They don't like. I asked a friend of mine, hey, have you watched this cartoon? Man, I don't watch cartoons no more. That's fake. I'm like,
so you're boring.
And I'm like, so you're boring. I'm like, yes, but you watch Game of Thrones like it's real and then get mad when somebody dies. Like, oh my God, he died. You're like, that actor is literally on another show right now. They're still alive.
Yeah.
So
that person
relax.
is okay. Yeah.
Right. Accurate.
That's so funny. Oh man. Well, okay. Switching gears. I know we do have a countdown to get to, James. I'm so sorry. It's been such a wonderful time talking to you, but we do have to talk about one thing because it is pretty relevant and going on right now. Hamilton. And you are you have been a part of Hamilton before. You have quite a long history with the show. So you performed at the Lincoln Center, a concert featuring music from the show. What was that like? I mean, did you ever think that it would be this massive global phenomenon that it has become today, and probably will continue to be for
and that's randomly coming to theaters after being in
and
Disney
coming to theaters
Plus
now and yeah.
To be honest, no, none of us did. Not even Len. Literally, I remember we were all together doing Freestyle Love Supreme, which is a hip hop improv group that we have. And you look up our members. I won't go through them now, but they're really, really cool people and a part of our freestyle family. And he was doing In the Heights, and he went on vacation, read this book, and thought it'd be a cool mixtape. He wasn't even going to do a musical. He was just going to do this mixtape. And we were like, great, awesome. But then when he did the show, he called the Freestyle family, and we all did the Lincoln Center concert, and we knew he had something. We were like, this is awesome. Fun story. Casey Nicola, who directed Aladdin, was there that night at Lincoln Center when we did it. And as I'm walking out of the theater, he's like, this was great. By the way, what are you doing in 2 weeks? Because we have to perform a demo of Aladdin for Bob Iger, who was the CEO of Disney. And so I was like, okay, cool. So we got that ready. And then after we performed for Bob Iger, we got greenlit. So we went to go to do a pilot production in Seattle at the Fifth Avenue. After that, I got a call from Tommy Kail, director of Hamilton, who said, hey, we're doing Hamilton a big reading demo in, this other place. Can you do it? He goes, or are you going to stick with Aladdin? And I said, dude, I think I'm going to stick, because the part I was playing was Hercules Mulligan. I said, well, I think I'm going to stick with Aladdin. He goes, I think that's probably a good choice for you. I think this is going to do something. So I did Aladdin, and everybody else, David Diggs, who's the original Jefferson, Tommy literally at that moment turns to Diggs and goes, hey man, I got this show you got to look at called Hamilton. They're talking. I'm literally on the phone with Disney going, yes, I'll be there. So then we all go off. Aladdin happens. They invite me to the Hamilton opening night. I go, I watch my friends blow up. It becomes the biggest thing. We're all happy. I'm in my hit show, they're in their hit show. Everybody's having a great time. And then I get a call 3 years later, and they're like, hey, you want to return to the Ham Fam? And I was like, yeah, what do you want to do? Jefferson, cool, jump in that. So our family, we're all doing things. So did we know that both shows would be around for 10 years? No. Did we know that Hamilton was going to be this global, gigantic thing? No. But are we happy about it? Yes. And it's awesome. And it just, the things happen. And if you look at the Freestyle family and how Hamilton worked, I do voices for Disney. Lynn writes great songs for Disney. Chris Jackson is also a part of Disney. David Diggs has done voices for Disney. So is Utkarsh Imbakar. We have all, and Anissa Folds. We've all end up following each other somehow. We all end up being in the same place, but it's all one big happy family. And it was cool to watch, my brother's show do what it was supposed to do. And, we would listen to Lynn's ideas, and they were all great. Some are greater than others. And we all just kind of went, we'll see what happens. Never in a million years did we know any of the shows that we did would be what they are.
That's amazing. I didn't realize the timeline matched up so close to both of those shows.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was like 2011. I was...
Feels like, oh my gosh.
I was in the show Memphis, but I got the call to do Aladdin. I go off to do Aladdin. By the time I come back, it's the green light thing to do, I got back from Aladdin. It was the green light thing to do the one in Toronto, when we did that. But that was also when they were building Hamilton, and Hamilton was about to go to the public to be off Broadway. So there's, we could talk about that timeline and how all of our timelines match up for days. It's just
the lore. I love that so much, diving into all that. Oh, yeah, that would be a whole nother episode.
Yeah. Because if anybody digs into the deep of the Freestyle of Supreme family and the tree it is and where the people are, it is quite interesting. We were all in a group, broke together, and now we are where we are. It's very... It's a blessing. That's all I'll say.
It really is. That is so amazing. And it's like so intertwined. And again, like what we were saying earlier, of like, you never know what experiences and who's going to be watching, who's going to be listening. And it's all tied in together. It really is a small world after all. Some would say. It really
is a small world after all. That is honest to God truth.
There you go. Oh, that's perfect. Well, we do have some other songs to talk about, James.
Yes.
In this episode. We're switching to TV again. But we have our countdown for this week is Disney TV theme songs. And we opened it up to basically anything Disney TV, Disney Junior, Disney Playhouse, Disney. Or of course, the classic Disney Channel hits that we know and love. So
now, unless you're biased to shows that you've been a part of, that could also affect your list.
Fair.
Also,
which
is fine.
Listen, I will say this. I read the question wrong when the email was sent to me. I read, "What's your favorite Disney theme?" Don't go. I read it right last night and fixed it. But I was like, oh no, there's no way to do this. There's no way to do this countdown. There's too many themes. Because I was literally going, okay, well, if that's the case, then the best theme for a ride would be the Haunted Mansion. No. I had the whole thing. But when I realized it was television, and I also realized, of where my time age is for this. It was definitely centered on one particular time in my life. It was time in the 90s. Because to this day, I always say, there's no reason for these songs to hit as hard as they do. There's no reason for these people to be singing these songs as if they're going for a Grammy, because it tickles the crap out of me.
How dare these be bangers?
There's no way for these to be bangers. So I'm gonna go with number 5 first. Number
five.
five.
Okay. Yes.
Although it is one of my favorite cartoons, and although it literally has to do with, it mixes everything I love from superheroes to Disney. It's Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck is number 5. Darkwing Duck is number 5. And also, just to give you a little bit of Lin-Manuel lore, Lin said he first heard his double rhyme in the song of Darkwing Duck, because there's a moment where in the scene goes, when there's trouble, you call DW. And for it to be trouble, you call DW, Lin went, holy crap, you can do that. Now take that line and then listen to Lin's raps, and you will hear all those double rhymes through his whole, whether it be In the Heights, whether it be
Hamilton,
whether it be Hamilton,
1,000%.
whether you'll hear all of that in that. And so that's where that goes. The next one I would have to say, number 4 has to be the Mickey Mouse Club. The Mickey Mouse Club. And I do mean, the Mickey Mouse Club is a banger. Last night, she's not even 3 yet, and we were literally going, Mickey Mouse, and my little granddaughter's going, Donald Duck. I mean, it's great. It's awesome. It was the cutest thing in the world. Also, don't get me wrong, I love Mickey, but I'm a huge Donald Duck fan, so I was always fighting for Donald. That's number 4. Number 5 would have to be. Sorry, number 3 would have to be. Yeah, I can't count. Number 3 would have to be the Gummy Bears. Gummy Bears.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I know our producer Danny is cheering backstage because that is one of his favorites.
Yes. Because if you listen to the harmony at the end, the way those boys are singing, there's no reason for it to be that tight, that cool, and that amazing. And, it's like dashing and daring, courageous and caring, faithful and friendly with stories to share. I mean, it's like they're in it, but by the time they get to the Gummy Bear, they are singing. They are just like vocally like giving you everything. And of course, number 2 is, the DuckTales theme song. The DuckTales theme song. Because
iconic.
again, when they start the song, it's like, we're just chilling. We're having a good time. But by the time they get to the end, DuckTales, woo, they are, there's tenors. I'm a baritone. There are tenors that are just killing it. But there are also moments that I was in Hamilton. And the lights went out and we had to leave. There was something that happened in the streets and we couldn't do the show. And my homeboy screams, like, literally, I hate to say this, one of the most brothers I know in the world. He leans out, he calls, he said, hey man, James, I know you know the name of this song. What's that song about the ducks that we used to watch as kids? And we were like, DuckTales. And the whole cast, I wish there was a video, the whole cast starts singing DuckTales. And when we got to the danger right behind you, everybody is singing in harmony. We were living our best life. But
that's so good.
I must say, the number 1 song, and it's because they go so hard by the end, is Chippendale's Rescue Rangers.
Yes.
And the thing about it is, there's something about how cool it is. Sometimes some crimes go slipping through the tracks, but these 2 gumshoes are picking up the slack. And you just, once you get into it, but when you get to the end, when you get the Chippendale Rescue Rangers, and when the guy goes, although they'll never fail, I mean, he is singing as if he's waiting. He is singing as if like the Grammy is about to be given to it. There is no reason for this man. This man is. I mean, you know by the way people sing that he's got one hand on his ear and this one. I'm like, he is. It tickles me to that. Whenever we hear the song, I'm like, this boy is belting his face off for a song that literally only lasts 1 minute and 12 seconds.
Yep.
And so when you gave me this list, I started laughing to myself. And also, I will say, honorable mention.
Okay.
Yes.
The show that I'm on. If you don't know it because you don't have a preschooler, I dare you to go online and look up the Super Kitties theme. The intro, you'll hear my voice. I say, the world thinks they're just adorable kitties, but when trouble comes a-knocking, they transform into, and she starts singing her face. I mean, literally, it's a throwback to those old songs. Listen to the Super Kitties theme. This woman, she's from London. I can't remember her name right now. Forgive me, sister. She's awesome. I am telling you.
She goes in. Yeah.
She goes in. And like at every kid that I know, these little kids know the Super Kitty song. And the guy, Eric Dworkin is his name. He's written the songs for that show, and I'm telling you, he has written some bangers. There is a song called Oopsie Kitty that literally you could put on the radio right now, and everybody named Mom will be dancing to it. It's kind of like, if you go to Disney World or Disneyland and you ride in the minivans, that song is a part of the list that they play as you're driving different places. That's how dope the song is. Yes, but Super Kitty's honorable mention. But as I said, for me, it's Darkwing Duck, Gummy Bears, DuckTales, Mickey Mouse Club, and Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Chip and Dale Rescue
That's my
Rangers.
And I know so many people that are listening to the show right now are just saying, yes, that's it.
That's the list.
We got it.
Like,
Because, my brain went to, okay, shows owned by ABC, because that's Disney. And I was like, okay,
Right.
that's Full House. That's also, there's some of the other songs. But then when I thought about songs that are bangers, that there's a certain age of people that know these lyrics. Like, you get a college-educated lady who's got, you know what she looks like. You know what she looks like. She's in Disneyland with her children. She's trying to maintain a normal, please don't do that, put that ice cream down, blah, blah, blah. And then she walks past one particular speaker, and Chip and Dale's is on. And you watch her damn near lose her mind. She completely changes.
transforms.
You find like I said, you find the coolest brother, and he's like, yeah, this Mickey thing ain't really for me. That Darkwing Duck bass line kicks in. Nah, he's about to live his best life. He's about to live his best life. So I could talk about those songs forever. They really,
It's so true. They had no business being such bops, but there they were.
Yeah,
And that's why they're still trending, even on social media to this day. They're classics now.
Yeah.
Also, as a vocalist, those songs seem so easy to sing, but to actually sing them full voice, it is so difficult to sing Chip and Dale's, Gummy Bears, or DuckTales. And also even Darkwing Duck, because of the bass in it, to have a real live bass to sing it. Those songs were written for singers. And if you listen to Super Kitties, it's the same thing. It's like the difficulty of the songs, that's what makes them so great, because you're not thinking, to you, we're just singing. It's wonderful. But there are some serious vocalists and instrumentalists on those songs, and you got to give them all the credit in the world.
Yeah, you do.
Our friends in Disney Music, we know you listen to our show every once in a while. We're just going to slide this idea in here that James needs to get together a group to do an album just of the Broadway cover versions of these Disney Channel classics.
The way I've said I've wanted to do a concert of at 54 Below of just kids theme songs. Just kid theme songs.
And me and Megan will fly up and we will be there.
I know this is a Disney show, but there's something about the 80s and 90s where the writers of the songs felt like they had to write these bangers, because I won't mention them, but there's a couple other 80s cartoons that you're just like, there's no need for you to be singing like this. There's no need for you to be singing this hard on these tunes. And that explains why our generation, when we think about singing, I am doing that old man thing. We think singing is, like Whitney Houston style, because that's how our cartoons were. Our cartoons were that.
Our expectations were to hear.
We were here for vocals. Like, you better sing before my cartoon starts.
Oh man, but the live show would be actually.
Oh my God!
Insane.
I've talked to friends about it, because I have, everybody's, there's so many cartoons from the 80s and 90s that just were bangers, and I have stories that whenever I write a show, I write a storyline with it. And trust me, my childhood was so ridiculously adventurous and stupid, and made the dumbest decisions, but also had the most fun, that those songs would totally go. So that's one of my ideas, and working on it. It will happen. It may not happen this year, because I'm working on the show.
It will
happen. It will happen.
Yep.
So trust me, that
Not if, but when, and we are buying tickets.
Yes, it's gonna be great.
Well, I that was an amazing countdown, and thank you so much for showing us a little bit more of the musical side of it, and explaining your reasonings why. Now I'm like, now I need to go back and listen to it and listen for these notes and these harmonies right here, which is amazing. And now, James, is there anything that this is the point of the show? Is there anything you want to talk about? Is there anything you want to say? Hey, this is how to find you on social media.
You can find me on Instagram, usually JM Iglehart. I'm there. And that's usually the place I kick it. I'm on TikTok every now and then, but if you're in New York area and you want to come see a great show, come see And Juliet. It's a fantastic show. It's all about the story of what would happen if Juliet didn't kill herself just because Romeo killed himself. And she goes off on a wonderful adventure, and it's all through the music of Max Martin, which is the music of like the Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, Katy Perry, Kelly Clarkson, JoJo. It's Jessie J, I should say. All these amazing songs. But if you're on the Disney Plus or Disney Channel, you can hear me as Martin in Disney's Kif. I play her dad. And you talk about some songs, and that show is another one. Also, for your little kids, I'm on Super Kitties, and you can always hear me there. And there's other places to hear me that I wouldn't exactly call family friendly, but trust me, look up these two. Look up these two particular. There's two particular cartoons that you could probably find me on YouTube and Amazon, September 9th. So
yes. Yes. Even Don's on that one too, I believe, right?
Yes, Don is on that one as well.
That's exciting.
Thank you so much for being here.
James.
And I have to say, I already told Megan that I loved her bongo picture behind her. But I have to say, Danielle, the fact that you are nicknamed Dapper Danielle really touches my heart, because one of the things I loved as a kid, and I still love to this day, is if I hear the Dapper Dan singing anywhere, I stop.
You stop.
I am a huge fan of barbershop quartets, and it started with when I found out that Thurl was a part of the Buffalo Bills, and when I learned who they were and what they did. There's something about, like I said, I love good singers, and for them to be able to cast these different people, because the Dapper Dans are never the same, even during the day. The fact that their musicality is so good. That is such an amazing skill. I don't think people really understand or appreciate what those guys are doing. So the fact that your namesake is really, really cool to me. Like, my wife knows if we're at Disneyland or in Disney World and the Dapper Dans are singing, we do stop.
Oh yeah,
we do watch.
It's all part of the Main Street vibes. You stop and you listen all the time.
You gotta stop. You have to. And also, when they change up, their summertime set is different from their springtime set. It's different from their fall set. It's different from their Christmas set.
Exactly.
And whenever they do Haunted Mansion, I lose it, because that's a real bass there, and it's something cool about that. Yeah.
Have you seen them perform? Or have you seen them perform as the Cadaver Dance for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party?
Yes, I have. And it's wonderful. And the funny thing is, during the pandemic, I had this idea of doing a virtual concert, and it was only on once, and nobody can find it, so don't nobody Google it. I was able to direct and participate in a virtual concert of Nightmare Before Christmas. And we got all of my Broadway fans together. But what is on YouTube is you can find me singing. I do this whole little sketch thing of doing the Haunted Mansion tune, which is also a mashup with the Headless Horseman. And so it's me, and I got some friends together. So if you look up James Monroe Iglehart and, Haunted Mansion or Headless Horseman, you can find it. And that was my homage to that, because I loved hearing those songs. I loved hearing those guys sing it. So I did my version of it. So I hope you guys
we'll just have that on play as we transition from August into September and we get into the Burr months. We're going to be like, and
yes.
Amazing.
Thank you so
much.
much.
You guys are amazing, and I've had the most fantastic time on your show.
Thank you so much, James. Really appreciate you being here, and we hope to talk to you soon in the future.
That'd be great. Yeah.
And I'm finding the video now.
I know. I'm looking up so many videos. Thank you, James. Have a great rest of the day. Have a good show tonight.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
I feel like maybe we need to find that. So I'm looking up the video. Maybe we need to put a link to the YouTube video that he was talking about, because I do feel like that is a great song to transition. And now that we're in the middle of September now, right? So this episode is releasing September 8th. So now we're in, like, people are like, okay, now it's socially acceptable to say spooky season instead of summerween. So I feel like this would be a good transition song. Maybe we'll try to put that in episode notes or list it somewhere on the Patreon. So we'll have that available somewhere to be seen, so you guys can find it right away.
That would be great. James, what an honor to have him on the show. He's so much fun. That was just amazing, and I loved his countdown. But
and he gave such good insight for the musical side of everything.
I know.
and what he said about Jungle Book, that made so much sense about how he's like, oh, the little blurbs and how they were like little individual scenes. And like, I stopped for a second. I'm like, okay, if you switch it into like it automatically visually switches into a stage production and it makes sense. So that's why so many actors love Jungle Book. And I'm like, wow. So that was my aha moment in the middle of the podcast.
Yeah.
Like
fully agree.
I never thought of that.
I see that now. Oh, it's just so much fun. That was great.
I feel like my top 5 aren't going to be as cool as James.
I know.
Now.
Now I'm looking at my list and I'm like, oh, he had a really good top 5 list. I feel like I'm pale in comparison, but
now I'm like really second guessing my life choices.
Anyway. Same.
Wait,
like he said though, that was his time growing up with Disney Channel, so it really does reflect the time that you spent the most watching these shows. So let's be honest, ours were a little bit later.
And we don't watch the newer shows, so
we don't watch the newer shows exactly. So it's all about the time frame of watching the Disney TV or Disney Channel.
Right.
So, Danielle, would you like to recap and get into your number 5?
I sure can. So my number 10 was the Gravity Falls theme song. Number 9 was Everything Is Not What It Seems from Wizards of Waverly Place. Number 8 was the PB&J Otter theme song. Number 7 was Aloha I Como Mai from the Lilo and Stitch series. And then number 6 was Bear in the Big Blue House. So I had a little mixture of everything going on in there.
Nice.
Yes.
Love it.
My number... Oh, hold on. This is the one that I was like, do I move this because James? No, I'm keeping it. Yes. Okay. Number 5 for me is going to be the Kim Possible theme song, Call Me, Beat Me, If You Want to Reach Me. And when I tell you, I thought her tech was always so cool. And I wanted that, like, when people, oh my goodness, just like the little, that iconic. And I love when I hear that randomly on people's ringtones, and I will like break my neck to go look at those people when I hear it. I'm like, you got a text. Kim Possible, is that you?
I know. Someone I know has that ringtone. I can't remember who it is, but I do have a friend that has that ringtone. I'm like, that's so cool. I want that one.
See, but and that's where I'm like, I purposely don't put it on my phone because I want to keep it special for me personally. But then I do love it when I hear it on other people's.
Same. I mean, what can you say? It is like such a good theme song, one of the best. And I love that you have it in your top 5. Christina Milian. Yeah. It's just a bop, man.
It really is.
That's fantastic.
See, now it's gonna be stuck in y'all's head. If you didn't have songs stuck in your head from James's portion of the show, now you will after me and Megan are done with this one. Just letting you know.
I did have Mickey Mouse Clubhouse stuck in my head all last week. All right.
Yes.
My number 5, and we're going straight into this from James' countdown. I do have DuckTales at number 5.
Ooh.
It's so good, and I've been hearing a lot recently because I don't know. I feel like it's just resurfacing. They played it actually when we were at the park yesterday. I was with my husband, and the band was playing it down Main Street. They played DuckTales. This was really cute, and everyone was like going woo. So the characters are walking with them. It was adorable. And yeah, what can you say about it? It is just a classic and continues to stay because we have the new version of DuckTales. So, yeah, it's just so good.
Goodness.
Like
Now I've got the songs. That's going to be my song stuck in my head, honestly. You know,
that one could easily get stuck in your head. Yep.
Oh, yeah. And okay, I guess clarification. Are you talking the original DuckTales theme song or the 2.0 version?
I'm an OG.
I mean, they're pretty
fanatic,
identical.
So I gotta go. They are very identical, but let's just say original because for nostalgia's sake.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. How about your number 4?
Wait. Number 4 for me is actually going to be Best of Both Worlds. When I tell you...
Oh, yeah. Hannah Montana? Absolutely.
Right. But I did not... When Hannah Montana was on, I was not that big of a fan of Hannah Montana. I will say that. Like, I mean, it was always on. It was always playing in the background somewhere at some time, either when I was working at Disney or, like, somewhere in my world, right?
Yeah.
And I did not realize, because I mentioned Hannah Montana here. What was the other one that we just mentioned of during the summer soundtracks?
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
I put
yeah.
in the Hannah Montana song. I
Yes.
did not realize how much Hannah Montana's music has affected me until we're like going back through and listening these episodes, you know?
Right? Like, you know her songs. Very, very well aware of her song. Oh yeah, for sure.
Very shocking. So this is another aha moment for myself.
For sure. I definitely. And I feel like social media and TikTok has also kind of like enhanced that a little bit because they do become audios. You know, there are quite a few Hannah Montana audios on there. So they're still part of our lives, especially on the socials.
The oh yeah, that kills me every time. I've been loving that audio.
It's so
the
good.
transition ones.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
So good. Hilarious. All right. Well, kind of in the same time frame, my number 4 is going to be That's So Raven, which is the title of the song from That's So Raven and is sung by Raven. Actually, it's sung by all 3 main characters. They got a little piece of, Annalise has a part. And it's just a bop. I think I heard it the other day. No, I did. I listened to it the other day. And I was like, dang, this is a good theme song. And she totally like, shows her, seeing into the future, her little like visions and stuff. Yeah. Great show, great theme song. Had to be in the top 5 for me. Yeah.
So good. And what's funny enough, that's my number 3.
Oh my God, no way.
Like we were so close to having a crossover,
So
and you said that I was just
close.
so close. But yes, that is my number 3.
Oh man. Okay. No, that's
And that's where like even if you asked me if I was like a Hannah Montana girly or anything like that, I was like, no, That's So Raven was
Same.
my show.
Same.
And
I watched every episode.
It was so good. And like
Yeah.
I just felt like Raven was such a relatable character, and I loved her craziness and her sass. And
She's funny, man.
She's so funny. And then her besties and everything. Do you own a lunchbox? Like, so good. So many great one-liners in that show.
Chelsea was so funny. Yeah,
Yes.
really so many good one-liners. So many characters came out of that too. I think Ashley Eckstein played a role in That's So Raven. A very prominent, I think.
Yes.
Like she was like the bully at one point. But a lot of different actors that were like, oh my God, I know that person. So a lot of people come out of that show, and that's really cool. But yeah, That's So Raven is just a classic on Disney Channel. I love it.
Right.
I haven't watched the reboot yet, but maybe one day. All right, so we got my number 3. My number 3 is actually gonna be Phineas and Ferb, and that's what's the actual title of it?
It's Summer. Forget Phineas and Ferb on my list?
Oh, like I did for Lilo and Stitch. Yeah. Sorry,
Dang it, I'm writing it down. It's going into the bonus
that's
episode.
What I did too. Yeah. So the theme song to Phineas and Ferb
I'm sorry, Phineas and Ferb.
had to be my top 3. I mean, come on. It has become just
it's the summer song.
Classic. It's the summer song. Everyone I feel like
Bowling
knows this
for
one.
Soup.
And bowling for soup. Like maybe building a rocket in front of the mommy. Like everyone knows it, It's so random, and there's so many. It goes really fast in some parts, but you still know it because it's so good. So yeah, Phineas and Ferb is at 3 for me.
That's a good one. I can't.
Which I'm sorry, that's
forgot
not
that
the
on my
title of
list.
the song. Oh my gosh, this is so silly that I don't hang
No,
on.
it's
hang on.
It's Best Day Ever. Isn't that what it's called?
No, because that's is it what it's called? Best Day Ever? Hang on.
But I think everybody knows.
That's a SpongeBob SquarePants song, but I don't know if it's
the best day ever. Wrong IP, y'all. Sorry.
Wrong franchise. Wrong IP. Today is going to be a great day is the full version of the series theme song.
Because
Today's
if you listen to the extended version, there's the whole line of
you hear
today
that.
Today is going to be a great day. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, but that's not in the part you hear before an episode. Yes. Okay.
Right.
Today's going to be a great day. Thank you, number 3 for me. All right. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is actually going to be one that you mentioned and James mentioned. It's going to be DuckTales as well. But I will say I am a little more partial to the newer version of DuckTales a little bit. Maybe it's just the opening sequence I love.
I can see that. Yeah. It's like a what do they call it when they enhance the audio. It's not re-recorded. Oh my gosh, this is a they do this for old songs. It's like revitalized. It's like a little spruced up. Thank you, remastered. It's like a remastered.
It's a
version where they make
remastered
it
version.
even better. It sounds good. So I get that. I fully get that. Yeah. It's just so good. What else can you say about it? It is just one of the best.
I feel like DuckTales, if you think about it, is really the Sweet Caroline of the Disney community.
Absolutely, because everyone's going to chime in.
It's a thing now.
Instead of
now you're going to listen to it now. You're just like, oh my goodness, Danielle's correct. I'm like, yes.
No, you're absolutely right. 100% agree, hands down. All right, fantastic. Well, my number 2, switching gears with you, is Hannah Montana. You get the best of both worlds. I mean, a lot of her songs are amazing. A lot of Hannah Montana songs are fantastic. Best of both worlds. It's just simply a bop, and
it is.
They again didn't have to go that hard for a theme song on a show, but I mean, you kind of did for Hannah Montana because she was a pop star and like one of the biggest pop stars in her world.
But still, for it to be such an earworm, kind of like
Disney
it
knows
just
what they're doing,
sits
man.
there and it just stays, and it's part of your life now. Like, here, let me give you this. You own that now. This is yours.
Right? And Miley's voice is so perfect with it. So, yeah, Best of Both Worlds is at number 2 for me.
Wow.
It's so good. All right,
well,
we're down to it.
Thank you so much for listening so far into this episode. And I hope you love James's countdown. We love talking with him. Make sure you go follow him on the Instagrams. Make sure you go see Anne Juliet. Go see all the peoples. And go listen to the shows that he's in and see if you can try to listen for his voice. I think is the other thing is like, it's like finding an Easter egg. It's so cool.
Yep.
But yes, so our number 1s, and don't forget, y'all, we're going to have the ones that barely made this list in a bonus episode, and that's going to be out a little bit later. So more to come. My number 1 is going to be The House of Mouse.
Oh,
the House of Mouse soundtrack. Who's that rocking at the House of Mouse? Oh my goodness,
that's
a good
so
song.
Good. Is it jazzy? It's that jazzy one, right?
Yeah.
Like, kind of. Yeah.
It's I don't know. I
forgot about it.
It's one of those series where I'm like, okay, this was a time. This was an era. It had like an homage to some of the older cartoons with some newer animation. It is not on Disney Plus, and some of that is copyright reasonings and what was made for television, what is allowed for streaming, and a lot of it is not allowed for streaming. But there are so many good clips in it. I love Horace's character in the series, and I think that did kind of have it did have a sway in my number 1 reasoning, but it's just so jazzy.
It's so
you
good.
Put that on, that is part of my regular Disney playlist.
Yeah, it's like a swingy kind of vibe, and what a show, man! It just brings back so many good memories, like of watching it back in the day, and also the vibes. Watching
it makes me really love mac and cheese. I always had mac and cheese while watching that show. Don't know why.
Right? No, I know. I can see that. Yeah, it's
Give
kind
me
of
that
like a
craft powdered
classical
product.
conditioning.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh my god, the one you'd microwave. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one though. And it's very fitting, Danielle, because I mean, my number 1 we've already talked about it, so it's very anticlimactic, y'all. It is "Call Me, Beat Me" from Kim Possible.
Yes.
I think it is just the best of the best. Again, didn't have to go that hard, but because it did, Kim Possible, and that theme song is just so iconic. So
so good.
And yeah, you hearing literally a little beep will just trigger something in so many people. So yeah, that's how you know.
Most of these songs amazing. All have that little like trigger thing in it, if that makes sense. Like the soundbite from Kim Possible, the woo from DuckTales. I'm trying to think of the
opening of Phineas and Ferb. Opening of Stitch,
the opening of Stitch when he says or whatever. Those are all triggering, and then immediately it takes you back to somewhere else, and I think that's so cool.
Exactly. This was a fun list to put together, I will say. Going through all these songs and reliving it a little bit was amazing. And yes, guys, I know there's so many that you're probably like, why wasn't this in your countdown? Bonus episode is coming. We have the honorable mentions, the 11 through 15 that did not make it, because they're all so good, right? So don't worry.
So good.
More to come.
Goodness.
But thank you all so much for listening to this episode. This was so much fun to be with James for a little bit and get to know him more, hear his countdown, and of course to get into our 1 through 5. Another countdown coming for you next week. But until we see you then, have a very magical day.
And night night, sleep tight, dream of churros tonight. We'll see you later. Woo! I got that stuck in my head now.
To have your name at the end of our new episodes and to receive a bunch of magical perks, please check out our Patreon via the link in the episode notes.
Or visit patreon.com/Disney Countdown Show. We'll see you there.